Hey guys, what's going on? B McG here. Today we're here to talk about my new favorite Mystic champion, and that is Madelyne Pryor. I have her at rank 5 Ascension level 1. I got extremely lucky from her pre-release or early access crystals. I opened some from the sigil. I got the first appearance version, so I'm super excited about her, and I've had her ever since her release, obviously, because that's the first appearance window. And a lot of this gameplay that you're going to be seeing is from then until now. I've just been using her as much as I can. I think she's ridiculously powerful, and I still think there's a lot of people who kind of undervalue her and don't give her enough credit for the matches that she can take. So yeah, I'm going to try to show you guys that. This also gives me an excuse to try to get better with a new video editor. So yeah, not that most people care about that, but that's the reason why I'm posting, and I haven't been posting in such a long time. This gives me a reason to do so. So we're starting off here against Thanos on the Content Creator Beta test map. This is with collectives enabled, and I believe there's also PvP masteries here. So this is more of your typical Battlegrounds testing now. So there's Mystic Dispersion in the Mystic fights. They have Limber, I think. So yeah, it's not just a PvE scenario. But yeah, Thanos down in 60-ish seconds with minimal health loss. I don't even know if we lost any health. Next up, we're going against Serpent here. He's just, everyone and their mom counters him now, so it's fun. But Madelyne Pryor is a really good counter to Serpent because she has a special 3 power steal where if the opponent has, however many bars of power, she just steals it all. So what I like to do is hold on to the special 3, and then when Death Immunity triggers, now you have that special 3 to power steal. So you're gonna see here, we're gonna do a relic and we're gonna finish him off here. We're gonna use the special 3 and then finish him off. But you'll see he was at 3 bars of power, and now he has no power. And we stole some of the power. So now we can go in for a special 2, and this should finish the fight out after we start stacking some of our misery buffs to start inflicting the degen passives. So this definitely could have been a bit faster if I played it a little bit better, but yeah, she's phenomenal for Serpent. She's got a lot of control. So next up we have Maestro. Maestro, funny fact, she's really good for Maestro if you can get this lined up properly, because the glancing buff that he gains has a potency tied to it. So if you get the hinder up in time, you then reduce the potency of the glancing so you're not glancing as much. We didn't get it lined up there, so we just have to wait for the next trigger of buffs, but that would give us the Pierce to reduce the potency of. A little bit of an explanation for those who aren't too familiar with how Madelyne Pryor works. Her special 2, she opens up that Goblin Pit. When the opponent is above the Goblin Pit, they gain a Hinder debuff. The Hinder debuff reduces the opponent's buff potency by 80%. And then when that happens, she then inflicts a degeneration scaling with the buff potency lost due to Hinder, if that makes sense. So essentially, you open up the pit, place the Hinder debuff, you let them trigger buffs, or you stack your misery buffs because those have a potency to them, and you just deal massive amounts of damage. This is the perfect display here against Imperiosa because she has some of the most potent buffs in the game. So what we're going to do here, land our special 2, place that Goblin Pit, and what we're going to try to do is do a double medium so we can bait the special attack to get rid of the special lock. And then look, that's just 60,000 damage per second. That's just nuts. So that's the extreme edge case scenario to show how potent that Hinder is. And Hulkling here is another great example because he gains a bunch of buffs. So you can then, reduce the potency and just do massive degen damage. For those who are unsure why I'm placing degen passives right now, it's because I have the Iron Fist relic equipped on Madelyne Pryor. That has a buff potency down rune, and that applies to her kit. So it makes her Hinder that much stronger, but it also gives her the ability to then place degens at the start of the fight without needing the Hinder. And with Madelyne, you could just tank specials that you normally wouldn't be able to tank because of her force field. It's just, she's so good. And that was 38 seconds for Hulkling. And now we've got Zola. This isn't a fight that you typically would expect Madelyne to really thrive in, but she works so well. One of my favorite things about Madelyne is that she fuels her own power with Mystic Dispersion. So as you see here, we're at a special 2 before Arnim Zola even had a chance to get to a bar of power. And now we could just nuke him down, bait heavies, punish them. You don't have to dash back because she slows down time when they bait a heavy attack while they're hindered. So he starts to throw it and you can immediately swipe and interrupt it. And it's massive damage. So this is pretty much it for Zola. I mean, he's not going to survive this. We're going to drop special 2, but that was just overkill. So no health lost, took him down in 19 hits, and that was 44 seconds. Like, that's just bonkers. Reminder, this is like Battleground size. It's pretty true to like what you'd see in Battlegrounds. So like, yes, we were punching up because we have A1, and so he was rank 5, we were rank 5 A1, but still, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, she's so good. She's so much fun to play too, because you could like hunt buffs. Yeah, she's awesome. So we're against this future Ant-Man now. He has these armor ups that he gains. He's not like the absolute like best matchup for her, just because his buffs aren't like super potent, but when you pair them all together, then they become like potent, if that makes sense. Like, as an attacker, he feels super tanky because he has 10 armor ups at like almost all times. Right there, I was showing you guys that you can heavy charge to consume her power. That boosts her force field, but like, let's say for example, there's too many buffs in play. You get shot to your special 3 from Mystic Dispersion. You can just heavy charge and then drop a special 2 if you want to. So yeah, we get pretty lucky here and close the fight out with a special 2, and that was like 60 something seconds for a rank 5 future Ant-Man, so not too bad. And then lastly, on the content creator beta server, I believe this is the last fight, we have a Bullseye. This is a rank 5 Bullseye, and she's like not amazing for Bullseye, but what you can see here is that the bleeds, when we block his special attacks, they're boosting our force field because she's immune to bleed. So it's really unique. So we're gonna bait this special 1 here, block it all, and see how our force field's going up while we're blocking it. We're not taking any damage. Now we just need to go for a special 2, and then now we could just bait heavy attacks and then punish them to start placing our miseries, which then place the degens. And yeah, it's just all around a good time. The only thing that sucks is his killer instinct. So he's going to evade if we try to attack him, which we don't want to have happen. So that's the only downside, is that he slows this fight down quite a bit with his evade. But like, this would be extremely safe in like an Alliance War scenario where you can play slower and you can play safely. Because yes, while our force field's now getting down to the point to where we're going to start taking some damage, it's not a huge deal. This fight's almost done. So if it was like a path fight for a Bullseye, I definitely see that like this could work. So now we just have to dex into a special 2 and close this fight out. So I think that's pretty impressive. She's not supposed to be amazing for Bullseye. She'd destroy this fight if she had some evade counter. Oh, the last fight here is Onslaught. So she's particularly decent for Onslaught because she can deal a lot of damage in a minimal amount of hits. So, you know, the less hits, the less chances for Neuroshock to trigger, less chip damage. So now we just need to get to our special 2. We drop it, and now he's pretty much done. So we'll block that, punish, and now he's got the crush. So the only downside there is that we have to wait a little tiny bit, but now we could get into our heavy baiting shenanigans and start punishing to place those misery. I messed up there. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but now we'll just drop the special 2 and reset. What I would have done going back and like replaying this fight is time the special 2 to trigger the crush and get rid of it, and then we could just do what we're doing now and take this fight out. So yeah, that's what I would have done, but I just wanted to show, like, even if things don't go as you had planned, you could still recover and post a good fight time. I mean, that was 65 seconds. So next up, we've got Alliance War, and this is where I think she really shines. I do want to call out some things. You could tell my level is a little bit lower, so I'm level 66 and like a quarter right now. This is before collectives were in games, so defenders don't have collectives, I don't have collectives, so it's really not changing anything, but yeah, I just wanted to call that out because this footage is old. I'm sitting on a stockpile of footage for, you know, these champion showcases. But this is Path 9 Section 1 Kindred, and we are going to take this fight down in a pretty solid time, and it's going to be pretty safe because she's immune to both Rupture and Bleed while her force field's active, and they fuel her force field. So she's just going to keep like being tanky and not taking any damage on the block. And then we just drop the special 1 there, and that's it. So that was like 50 seconds for Kindred. Really decent. That can work in a lot of other places. Now we're on Path 9 or Path 8 in Section 1, I believe, and this is against Medusa. So this node in particular gives her a bunch of energize when she triggers a buff. It's called energetic exercise. So when she gains a fury, she's going to gain that energize, and you have to knock her down to like trigger nullify. And then what else is there? She's stun immune unless you knock her down, I think. No, she's just stun immune in general, so you have to beta heavy to knock her down. But Madelyne Pryor, really good for Medusa in general. I know Medusa's like not the best defender in the game, but while Medusa triggers that auto block, what you can do now that she's hindered is just beta heavy attack, punish with a medium attack, and then block. And then that would like reset that auto block thing. So she's not gonna really ever auto block you unless she auto blocks your specials like she did right here. But that's it. I mean, fight's down in 45 seconds. Really not too bad. You could take some hits and you're perfectly fine. Next up, we've got Cersei here. I believe this is Path 8, Section 2. Let's see what the nodes say just to make sure. Yeah, so this is Path 8, Section 2. So there's one eye open, so you can't parry here. I mean, you can, but you're going to take a lot of damage back. And especially with someone like Madelyne Pryor who deals a bunch of damage over time, parrying is the last thing you want to do. There's also power efficiency here, so her special attacks are going to cost less. There's also make a stand, so you need to knock her down to deal your max amount of damage. But now, I mean, we're pretty much good. We've got the hinder, she's got no glancing, and we're just going to keep baiting heavy attacks, punishing with our medium attack. We could even let her trigger that glancing because the glancing is a buff for us to basically lower the potency of. And you can see the damage over time is just nuts because that potency of the glancing is just, it was taken down by 80%, and it's a really potent glancing. It's yeah, 39 seconds for Cersei. Absolutely nuts. Next up, we've got Hulkling here on node 37, and this is, I think, personal space regen. I'd be surprised if I still know this just off the top of my head. Yeah, root or be rooted in personal space regen. It's been a while since I have been like actually caring about Alliance 4 because I left my tier 1 Alliance, I think, almost half a year ago now, maybe over half a year ago, and started an Alliance that's just focused on like Alliance quests and whatnot. And yeah, I'm surprised I still don't remember this stuff. But she is phenomenal for Hulkling because we could bait this special 2 here, just block it, tank it with the force field. It does nothing. The Pierce triggers while he has the hinder. It's just so much damage. it's so silly. 28 seconds there. Next up, we are going for Maestro on node 40. This has Mixmaster and Obstinate Charge. And then there's also, I think, Ticking Time Bomb, so you can't parry. Because if you parry too much, then you'll get a Soul Barb. You'll take a lot of damage if you trigger a buff, so you don't want to do that. And then there's Mixmaster, so you have to alternate your attacks. So I do think there is a bug in this fight because Madelyne keeps triggering medium attacks, but there's no evade getting triggered. So, I mean, like you'll see here, see how he evaded the light, but if I just do a medium attack, he's not going to evade the mediums. So there's some bugs going on here, but in a world where it's all fixed, you just do medium, light, and then bait, medium, light, bait, and then you're fine. So yeah, this fight could have gone smoother if I had known that like the bugs were actually affecting things, but yeah. Next up, we have Heimdall on node 44, I believe this is. This is a rank 4 Heimdall, so yeah, we're going to place the crib swap to have that cruelty to, hinder. That pre-fight, a lot of these are just like optional. There's like, if you're going against someone with a lot of buffs, you don't really need that. But since I have my maxed out persistent charges, why not trigger it so you have the ability to, have more buffs to trigger for degens, I guess. But now that we waited out the poison phase of Hazard Shift, we can attack into Heimdall because Rupture is up. And that will boost our force field because we're immune to it. So now we drop the special 2. And now that we have this ready to go, like we've got the hinder, it doesn't matter if we attack during the poison phase because he's going to die before we would. That cruelty triggered and the damage is just nuts. So we're just going to, drop this special 2. Actually, no, we're not going to drop the special 2 because he's just going to die. I thought the indestructible was going to last longer. So yeah, 40 seconds for Heimdall. Next up, we've got Serpent on node 46. I still think this is like the worst spot for Serpent, meaning like this is like the hardest spot for Serpent, just because there's so much that could go wrong here. I mean, there's aspect of evolution. He gains more power from power gain. He also has the inexorable, so there's like most champions who like really struggle here. But the cool thing about Madelyne Pryor is that against cosmic champions, she fails inexorable. So it's, it makes it a lot easier to take Serpent here. I do think that he will end up gaining inexorable because he gains increased ability accuracy due to aspect of evolution, but it allows you to get the fight set up where there's no inexorable and then it could trigger. I played this fight absolutely horribly, and like most other champions would be dead by now, and her force field is just so strong. Like I really think people are underestimating and undervaluing Madelyne Pryor's utility and tankiness on the war map. I know Grass MCOC, he's been posting some awesome showcases of Madelyne in war, and yeah, so we're gonna go for special 3 here. That will power steal all the power, and he's done now. I mean, we could drop the special 2, but after you drop the special 3, you're locked from being able to use it again. And there we go. So could have played that a lot better, but most champions would be dead. So yeah, it's just still just a good showcase of her tankiness. Next up, we've got Onslaught on node 48. So this has, I believe, Safeguard. There is also Stunning Reflection, Bleed, and Shock, I think. Yep. And there's Bane. So this is typically not like a great fight for Madelyne Pryor, but she's ramped up, so she gets to her special 2 fast. We're going to learn from what we did in the beta test map where we trigger the crush with the special 2. So now we're at 10 hits, so he can't trigger the crush. And now we're just going to bait heavies, punish them, and just stack the misery. That stacks the degen, and it's just an all-around good time. So this is the only downside to Madelyne, is like the opponent sometimes will just hit your block a couple times and like not want to do anything, but like that just gives us the way to showcase this special 3. It's not just useful against Serpent, because you could play extremely aggressive when the pit falls off, the misery buffs fall off, and when those fall off, Mystic Dispersion shoots you to your special 3, so it allows you to just play super aggressive and not care about the opponent's specials. I don't think Onslaught ever threw a single special attack there until the end of the fight, but it didn't even matter. So she's wild, guys. Next up, we've Arnim Zola on that same node, and this is like a difficult fight. I used to have to do this fight with Beta Ray Bill because he would trigger shocks and then you'd be able to like parry freely. And then Beta Ray Bill also has the unstoppable on his heavy attack, so he could punish Arnim Zola's heavy to clear the ESP charges. But you'll see in this fight, you don't have to knock him down with a heavy attack, nor do you have to get rid of the, obstinate charge, or the stunning reflection is what it is. You don't have to get rid of the stunning reflection. We dropped the special 2 because we were ramped up, and now we just bait heavy attacks and punish them with medium attacks, stack the misery buffs. That allows us to keep stacking the degen passives, and like this is just going to be a joke of a fight. So now we go for the special 2, and now we have 6 hits to kill him before he has a chance to put us to sleep. And you're going to see that we don't really need that many hits. So yeah, 16 hits to take down Armzola in Alliance War. Just it's wild. Like I can't believe it. 35 seconds. Next up, we've got Dark Phoenix on Path 9, Section 1. This is Hazard Shift, Bleed, and Rupture, or Rupture and Bleed, and then there's Power Efficiency. So if you don't play this right, the Power Efficiency with Dark Phoenix means you're going to take a lot of Nova Flame damage, where she just spams specials over and over and over. So what we're going to do here is quickly get to the special 2, drop it, we have the hinder, and now we're just going to hold block, punish, hold block, punish, and the goal here is to never let Dark Phoenix throw a special attack. If she does, it's not the end of the world, but we really don't want to get in the habit of baiting a bunch, because that's a bunch of Nova Flame damage. Then she's going to be, hitting our block even harder. So now we just go for a full combo into a striker, into a special 3 to get rid of her power, because we could power steal. And now we just wait. You don't have to do anything. We have that Nova Flame on us, so she's going to heal just a little tiny bit, but we're going to be able to land and intercept, get the special 2 off, and that's it for Dark Phoenix. So I think this was like a rank 3 or a rank 4 Dark Phoenix, and I really think it'd be the same scenario if it was a rank 5. And now we're going against Node 45 Maestro. This is a rank 5 Ascension level 2, I believe. This node is Cold Snap, Bleed, Hazard Shift, and Conflictor. So I included this one specifically because a lot of people say Madelyne Pryor's biggest weakness is that her hinder is a debuff, and Conflictor purifies debuffs. So what we can do here is drop the special 2, we'll place the hinder, and it sticks because we triggered Conflictor with a parry. But the really cool thing with Madelyne Pryor, though, is that let's say Conflictor does get purified like it does there, it will re-trigger when they go back over the pit. Meaning it's not a debuff that triggers once and you have to line it up perfectly. It's something that could keep triggering over and over and over again. So like let's say an opponent has a 50% purify chance, and they go over the pit once and it purifies. Get them off the pit, let them go back over it, and keep doing that until it sticks. And then her degens, they're passive. So once the hinder sticks, you're good. Next up, we've got Imperiosa. This is node 47. There's some Unstoppable going on here. There's some Fury buffs that she gains here. There's missing in action, so we will miss if like a buff triggers and it expires. But we bait the special 2, and I run into the root like an idiot, but that was 70,000 damage per second, 35,000 damage per tick. So Imperiosa, she was taken down in 22 seconds, which is just nuts. This is Maestro on node 49. So this node in particular, there's Polka Dot Power, and Madelyne Pryor with the Iron Fist relic, she's allowed to take this fight because she can immediately start placing those degens. I mentioned that earlier, but this is like a perfect showcase of why that is important, why it's useful. Because she wouldn't be able to access the degen in any other scenario because she's not reducing the buff potency. But because she has that buff potency down rune from the Iron Fist relic, it allows her to take this match that she wouldn't be able to take before. Just another one of the cool things that I love about this character. And, we're just dealing casual 50,000 damage per second here. I mean, it's it's just nuts, guys. I've been blown away rewatching this. I remember when I first got her, ranked her up, started taking her in these fights, and my jaw just dropped being able to do some of this stuff. And like now we're going against a rank 5 Zola boss. I don't even know what to say here, because you guys should already know what's going to happen here based on the previous Zola fight. So we only have 2 of our persistent charges, so we're going to have to take a little bit of time to get to our special 2. It's really not a huge deal though, because bait heavy attacks, punish, place the misery, we'll let the misery fall off, that'll fuel our power with Mystic Dispersion, and then that'll allow us to immediately get to a special 2. So yeah, it really doesn't matter if you have those persistent charges or not. He throws the special 1, which sucks. We dex out of it and punish, place the misery, and now we just start stacking the misery, stacking the degen, and yeah, he's gonna be dead. It's not gonna matter. I mean, we're dealing just insane DPS right now, and we're going to dex, or yeah, no, we're not gonna dex. Why didn't I throw a special 2? I don't know what I'm doing. But it worked out. I should have dropped the special 2, because the special 2 would allow me to place the hinder and start stacking more misery, but no damage taken. Absolutely nuts. Jean Grey War Boss. So this is the Battle of the Jeans, I think. Yeah, but we're fully ramped here, so we're just going to stack both of the pre-fights. The Crib Swap allows us to nullify the first buff that triggers. That will allow us to place the Cruelty. And then we also have the Infuriate while they're over the pit, making it easier to bait heavy attacks. So yeah, this fight, absolutely awesome. I think this was the first boss that I had ever taken with Madelyne Pryor after getting her. And yeah, it's just blown away. Like, bait the special 2 here. We didn't get our controls reversed. The only thing here that you have to like really watch out about is the force field, because once that goes down, then you need to be careful, because you have the reverse controls for just, I think it's like 10 seconds or something like that, but really doesn't matter. So now controls are back to normal. Go for the special 2, and I mean that's it. I mean it's just so silly, guys. Really curious what you guys think of Madelyne Pryor, because I think she's just phenomenal. And here's a Yelena on node 48. There's Safeguard here, like I mentioned. There's Stunning Reflection, and yeah, I mean, we're immune to bleed, so she's gonna trigger direct damage against us anyways, like when we trigger our bleed immunity. So yeah, this fight, I think I could get it better if I see it again. But yeah, we just, you know, immediately go for a special 2, because power start 1 plus the you know, the uncanny that she gets. Yeah, we bait the special 1. The only issue here is that, you know, Yelena's special attacks, she covers so much ground and they take up so much time. So like, we didn't even get to use that first goblin pit. So it's like not ideal, but again, it's not like you mess up the rotation with Madelyne and you're screwed. You can reset. So what we're gonna do here, beta heavy, drop our special 2. I think that's gonna push her to 2 bars of power, and then she triggers her special 2, and we do our little dex. The special 2 is the special you want to bait here, just because you can dex into it and get closer. And now that we have the pit going, I mean, we're good. So we're gonna drop another special 2, I think. Actually no, we get shot to our special 3. So I heavy charge, drop the special 2, because you could do that. And Safeguard prevents our special 2 from killing, so we just intercept with the relic and she's done. So yeah, just nuts. We're gonna finish off this video though against Bullseye. So this Bullseye is on, I believe, Path 1, Section 2. There's Buffet over time, Reinvigorated, Unblockable. So this Bullseye, sadly, is only a rank 3, but I think she could still do this if it was a higher ranked Bullseye. One really cool thing about Madelyne Pryor's pit is that while the opponent is in the pit, they have that fear active, so they won't be gaining the unblockable. So right there, he triggered the cruelty, and we didn't have the hinder. So we actually made Bullseye like a little bit stronger here, which is kind of annoying, but we dropped the special 2, and now we could just start baiting, you know, heavy attacks and punishing. And yeah, so the cool thing about this node though is that there's the Buffet over time, there's also Arc Overload, so he's going to be gaining, you know, Fury, or not Fury, but regen and armor. And yeah, I don't play this one well, which is why I do think that this can be done against like a higher ranked Bullseye. So we're gonna bait a special 2 here, and you know, now we're at a special 3, so we're going to intercept with the relic, heavy charge, land the first hit, drop the special 2, and boom. So now we start placing those hinders and placing the miseries, and now we just need him to, trigger some buffs. So if we dex the last hit, then we trigger the regen from the node, and that seals the deal. So let me know what you guys think of this video. I want to get back into the swing of things and editing more, and like actually being more deliberate with how I edit videos and like tell the story with the characters. This one I just did how I typically do my showcases, just to like get in the groove and edit again. But let me know what you guys want to see. I have footage for like every single rank 5 champion on my account right now, so I can make a video on like anyone right now. I'm leaning like Solvark or Overseer next, but like I've got Spot, I've got Storm Pyramid X, I've got Maestro, I have Beta Ray Bill, I have Lumatrix, Night Thrasher, I've got a bunch. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I will look forward to making that for you guys. So I'll see you guys for the next video or stream. Peace out.